Tons of chemicals used in making fake meat. There's a lot of it's just like fungal growth, like mushroom type of stuff. Plenty of chemicals used in making real meat, unfortunately. Especially in countries where they use a lot of hormones and stuff to boost milk production and increase beef yields and things. I mean, the UK industry, animal feed industry it used to be awful. Some of the stuff they put in, like that's one of the ways mad cow disease became a thing, because they were putting the remains of dead sheep in, slaughtered sheep, and there was a sheep disease called scrapie, which is basically the sheep equivalent of mad cow disease, and it's passed on one way by the brains of these things getting into food chains, and that was going into cattle feed. And then 30 years ago, was it? There was a massive mad cow disease outbreak or outcry. It was discovered how prevalent it was becoming in Britain, and I think ever since then the food chain has been cleaned up quite a bit. But yeah, there is some terrible things going into animal feeds and stuff. So that's why we need more grass-fed, outdoor-reared animals, that sort of thing. Yeah, we won't be able to get the cheap, nasty burgers anymore because it's going to be more expensive stuff, but it's going to be better welfare and better for everything. Ah, sorry to hear that, Piranha Man. That is very sad. Yeah, I've heard that eating insects, they say, will be the most sustainable form of eating meat in the future. It doesn't seem the most appealing because, in my experience, insects don't have a lot of meat on them. They're mostly bones and wings and gritty bits. I have tried one or two. What was I making? What was I going gathering stuff for? I need logs, don't I? I'm going to get this lodge built. But yeah, people say it's more sustainable. I don't know if that's quite right. I suppose, because, I mean, some insects can be raised on eating dead things, can't they? It's a way of disposing of corpses. But, I mean, you'd have to go to some effort to clean. But you can eat maggots that have eaten corpses and get botulism, but you can clean the maggots by giving them a diet of bran and sawdust for so many weeks after that. I don't know. It's not a terribly appetizing way of eating things. Sooner go vegan than eat cricket bars. Yeah, grass-fed stuff, Les. I think it's the way to go. My parents are farmers. They're sheep farmers. We used to have cattle as well, but got out of that for some reason. I might have still been one if we'd kept them, because sheep are just horrible things to work with, in my experience. But yeah, industry's changed. I know a few farmers have gone organic. That leads to its own issues and problems, of course, as well. And there's no perfect solution. It's got to be some sort of compromise between everything. Like compromise between, total plant-based diets and eating badly reared, badly cared for, poor, low welfare meat diets. Compromise between all organic and all 100% inorganic, pesticides, the whole lot. There's got to be some compromise between the whole things that just works out the best for everything. But we do have to compromise. It's definitely the way we have to go. So in the house, I can put this leather back in. Different times in the Middle Ages, of course, medieval times. Could we go back to that? That would be different. It would be very different. Eating back then, I think, certainly in the UK, for the peasantry, there was meat. There was more fish in the rivers, seas to get, but. I think the main source of protein was through the good old humble bean. So plant-based, because it was cheap. Beans are really well suited to growing in the UK. They can grow in our shitty climate that we've got. And, reliable, cheap source of food. Protein for the peasantry. I'm making you hungry. Let's put this away. Let's put that away. I don't need to carry all the leather around with us. I don't need that. Let's put all that roasted meat in. I can eat the rubbish roasted meat. I just need to do some logs, sticks. I need the sticks out though, because I am going to use them in a second. I can shovels. I can put the shovels away. Let's put that in. And that one. That'll hopefully give me just enough weight to carry 6 logs. Just 6 logs. That's all I'm asking for. I've only got 4 logs. Huh. I'll go and chop down. I will take 3 and chop down 1 tree. Because as soon as I do that, yeah, my weight starts going right up. It's ridiculous. Apparently there's a door here somewhere. Right, 1 tree, and that should be me good for building this lodge. That'll be a slow walk up to it. Yeah, if you want to eat mealworms, kingworms, you go ahead. They're probably absolutely fine for you. I'm sure they are. But I don't fancy it. Have you seen on like these survival programs from Australia, you can eat these witchetty grubs? Those massive white... Oh, God. They do it on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here as a challenge. I just... Ugh. Don't know if I could do that. I'd have to be seriously starving to try eating one of them. Yeah, the prisoners of war in World War II, the Allied prisoners of war that the Japanese had taken, they were kept so badly and fed so poorly by the Japanese that they had to, some of them, they would eat things that they found in the jungle. And a lot of them ate these tree slug things. And it was one of the only ways of getting any protein and a bit more nourishment. And just, man, I can't imagine being in that state. I wouldn't fancy eating scorpions or tarantulas either, to be fair. I have had a scorpion. It was a scorpion lollipop. It was just like a normal candy lollipop, like orange but semi-see-through, with a scorpion encased in a little one. So all I could taste was the lolly and a bit of grittiness, crunchiness, which was it wasn't bad, but it wasn't that impressive either. I think I was happier talking about steaks than eating worms. Yeah, the boars can't see me and I can't see them because it's too dark. That's the plan. Let's make this hunting lodge now. I must surely have the bit for it. Just back off a bit and it's there. Excellent. And this is where we'd edit the roof, right? No? If I put 1 in, I have no straw anyway, so that's not going to happen. Well, anyway, I don't need to edit it, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. So Mark used to work in a gun shop. Is better with a bow at striking killing blows. Knows a little too much about disposing of... Where was that? Knows a little too much about disposing of bodies, and his favourite novel is The Most Dangerous Game. What is my favourite novel? I think my favourite book of all time is still The Hobbit. I think so. I do like that one. So I'm not quite the mass murderer that you perhaps think I am. Yeah, I've done a few different jobs. I did work in a gun shop for 3.5 years. It was like a country sports shop. And when I say that, as well as like guns and fishing tackle, it sold walking and hiking gear and everything from like Reebok trainers to cricket gear to football boots and every sport you can imagine, apart from archery and sailing gear, it had. Well, that was pretty good. I mean, I grew up around guns anyway on a farm, so that's probably why I went to work there, because it was something I was interested in. Yes, what have I done since then? Worked in a farm supply merchant for a little while. I think there's a log on the floor that I've missed somewhere. There's 2 wooden spears. I'll go get them. Worked there for a bit. Worked in a camping shop for 6 weeks. Until I realised they were absolutely just scumbags, the way they treat their staff. Left that. I got I got accepted for the ambulance service, Cumbria Ambulance Service, and I was supposed to go back in 9 months' time to start or at least be interviewed for, but also to start paramedic training. So I passed the non-emergency interview, told them I want to be a paramedic, and they said, well, don't bother with this, just come back in 9 months, you've already passed the interview, you'll get straight in. So, that sounds good. decided in the meantime to set up a small business, which was supposed to be just for a summer, set up a gardening round. Enjoyed working for myself so much, I stuck with that. Never went back to the paramedic thing. Went from that into tree work, arboriculture, because it was the next step up and it paid more. I just fancied the challenge. And then nearly got killed twice doing that through somebody else's stupidity, and became a computer technician, which was a natural progression because I did it as a hobby anyway, just didn't want to work inside all day. But back to the start of what we discussed earlier and the horrible cold wet winters that we have in the UK, yeah, it didn't seem such a bad move. And you didn't get killed on a daily basis, which was even better, because there's no quick saves in that. And then, yes, I've gone from that to, I still do that, but now also streamer and YouTuber. So yeah, I've done quite a bit. Have I missed anything out? I did work for 2 weeks in a pork pie factory, a Christmas job. Delivered the yellow pages, that was another Christmas job. I've done a few different things. They did murder the film adaptation of The Hobbit. Yeah, you're dead right there. That was just absolutely awful. Awful. I can't watch it. I even like the guy who played Bilbo. Was he Martin Friedman, is it? I got his name wrong. I like him. But the film's just absolutely terrible. Didn't bear any resemblance to the book, and didn't need to be 3 parts. And the way they tried to tie it in with too many characters, they brought the Legolas tie-in across, which they didn't need to do. The Hobbit could have made such a good adventure film. Could have stretched it to 2 maybe, but there's no need for 3. It was just adding filler in where it wasn't needed. Hated it. Right, why haven't I got this hammer on? A wooden hammer. 8. Let's start building. Never actually been hunting, but you train dogs to retrieve and attack. Training gun dogs. I do like gun dogs as a pet. I have no need of one to retrieve. I think you can retrieve a moose for me. You think it's a great movie? You like it more than Lord of the Rings? Oh, I think Lord of the Rings was a lot better. So you don't think anyone would watch The Hobbit if they didn't make it into 3 parts? Really? I disagree with that. People watch Bond films and they're not 3 parts. People watch The Matrix before it was 3 parts, and it should never have become 3 parts because that was terrible. Turning something into a trilogy just for the sake of it is not usually a good move. Star Wars. Some Star Wars bits have been a classic example there. Not to take anything away from you if you like it, but the thing is, The Hobbit is full of interesting stuff. The battles. There was some... I mean, the Battle of the Five Armies at the end could have been done a bit better. I don't think we needed Billy Connolly riding in on his battle pig, really, do you? I don't know that a humorous moment, but what am I short of here? Logs and straw and stuff. Oh, I haven't got my notifications up. Sorry, folks. What was that? Von Vampire, thank you for the follow. I need sticks and logs to continue with this. It's kind of hard to see out. Shall we equip a torch? I mean, it's been quite moonlit, so I've not needed to. But if we go for this, and I put this in number 7. No? Well, oh, hang on. If I press... Aha, we have a torch there, which will burn down. And that is quite a cool effect. But also, I don't have a stone axe at the moment. What do I need to build one with? I need sticks and stones. Okay. This helps. This helps a lot, actually. So I need 2 of those. And then I need to find a stone somewhere. Or was it more than that? I need another 8 sticks. Okay, I need a lot of these. Yeah, Matrix is becoming 4-part now. I don't know what to think of that. I mean, I'll be honest. When I loved The Matrix, the original one. It's a fantastic film. The way it ends, I think it doesn't really need to be followed up from. I think it's one of those really good open endings where it's open to your imagination. What goes on next, what happens next, where it could go next. I think some of those are the best type. And then when I did hear there was going to be like 2 and 3 made, I thought, okay, that's something to look forward to. It's going to be good. And I was really disappointed with where they went and what they did with it. So, with hindsight, looking back, I think, yeah, you know what? Just leave it alone. Some of these things should be left alone. They make a comeback for Neo, Trinity, and yeah, not old Morpheus. I don't know what the reason for that is. Is it Lawrence Washburn? Is it Washburn? Is he still up to the part? I don't know. Is he still acting? I don't remember what I've seen him in. I will say I haven't seen a lot of recent movies, so he might well still be acting and active. But or maybe he thought, do you know what? After what you did with the last 2 films, I'm going to keep my name out of this. Didn't even ask him. Okay. Maybe he'd made his thoughts clear on the matter before. Sticks and stone. Oh, I didn't get any logs, did I? Okay. Fishburne, is it? I nearly said Fishburne, but then I suddenly thought, no, hang on, I'm mistaken, because one of my best friends at school was a Fishburne, and I thought, no, I'm sure it must be Washburn. He's part of the John Wick universe. I haven't seen many John Wick stuff. I have seen the first film, and that's it. And I've played the video game, which was actually quite good. John Wick Hex. Have you seen that? It's something a bit different. It's actually really good and worth playing. It's a very short game. It has voiceover from Lovejoy. What do you call him? Ian McShane in there, as he plays his own character. I think I streamed that. It was pretty good. I did enjoy it. You fell asleep in a cinema to the 3rd Matrix movie? Ooh, that's bad. If I paid for a film, I don't want to be falling asleep in it. No, I didn't like that. I mean, it was just crazy. The big battle and invasion of Zion. There's, you know, humanity's best defense was to have these sort of mech suits, and everyone just stands under the hole that the bloody fish things are coming through, and just stands up, just shooting loads of miniguns into it. Is that it? That's the machine's best method of attack and humanity's best method of defense. And it could have looked epic for like 30 seconds, but then it just goes on for ages. And I thought, this is crap. But that's my opinion. We want that. Where are we going with this? Logs. Oh, nice. We can see where we're going with that. So I must have done most of the sticks then. Oh, I'm out of logs, aren't I? We are out of... We need more logs. Sticks are okay. It's just... Oh, God. Where's the door? Never mind the door. I'll walk out this unfinished bit here. This game is actually pretty easy to see in the dark at this point. At least outside. I remember it being a lot darker than this. But maybe we're just at a moonlit night, or it's just in certain parts of the game where it gets darker. You like the twins from the 2nd and 3rd movie? I barely remember them. In fact, that's the thing, and I can say this about a lot of movies these days, that if they're just not memorable. I felt that about the current Star Wars, or the last 3 Star Wars movies. And it's just like, well, alright, some bits of them were terrible, but the worst thing to say about the film is that it's not memorable. If a movie is that bad that you can never forget bits of it, because it drives you mad or winds you up, or it was so awful, that's better, I think, than it just being so meh that you just don't remember anything much about it. Hey Benji, how's it going? Nice to see you. I should probably have stopped streaming by now, actually, but as we had a bit of a troubled start, I'll go on. I'll get this hunting lodge built. A few more logs, I think. It's been a lot of work doing this. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, with some more of this. Did that tree not fall? We have another physics-defying birch tree. Hang on. Chop, there we go. Right, I should have enough logs to finish this house. I hope. Where's my torch? Does it show? Yeah, it shows you a little meter on the right-hand side. How that's burning down. I think the torch is fairly easy to make from straw and sticks. The early ones. Hey, Aimless. Not memorable is not the choice of curse words you'd use, but it'll do. How's it going? What was that? Oh, that game you played. Did you actually stream it? Because I was hoping to watch a little bit of it. That one from the, what, 90s? I've got to get rid of these logs. I should have enough now to make a... Put that in there, that in there. There we go. We lighten the load a bit. We have... We're good. We can now do the woodshed as well. Great. I need to go and get the typical 32 straw now. And then this hunter's lodge is finished. I might need a torch to find my way out. Can we actually pick these things up? Hunting lodge 1, 71%. Wait. What? Oh, is it not built? Okay. I think it's because it's not built. I thought it had taken damage already. That would be bad. You did stream it earlier? Story is not what you expected. I'll have to have a look at that. Right, we've got some rotting meat. Consumed roasted. It's not quite rotten. We can eat that. That's safe. And that's actually okay. We're not too hungry. Right, we'll go get a drink and some straw and finish off that lodge. We could sleep and get daylight, which would be better, but I'm quite happy to burn the midnight oil on this one at the moment. Thistle. Shove it down my trousers. Don't seem to have any sort of knapsack or anything. You're enjoying Kenneck Bridge of Spirits? It did look pretty interesting, that. Pretty good. Good game. The music's also very familiar since it's inspired by your home country traditional music. What's your home country, Avenji? You'd recommend the Highwaymen movie from 2019. Is that Kevin Costner? And who else did I see in that? Are your home country's Indonesia, but you're living in Singapore right now? I'm not that familiar with Indonesian music, so I shall have to have a listen in on that. Yeah, I've had that Highwayman movie on my watch list on Netflix for about 2 years and never got around to watching it. Are we nearly there with the straw? Does it really do one at a time? Yeah, it does. Actually, what's the weight on that? If I bring back... What's my weight limit here? I'm going to go for... I'm going to get 64 of these, and I've got enough for the next building as well. Woody Harrelson. That's him. I'm really bad at actually finding time to sit down and watch TV and movies these days. I have so many other things I have to do, and then, like, I'd like to watch them tonight after I finish, but by the time I've put the stream away and chopped the video up and had something to eat, it's going to be getting kind of late. So, I'm really desperately trying to catch up on things. I kind of want to watch Free Guy. It looks cheesy and corny as hell, and almost cringy, but at the same time, it's video game related, so I feel like I should watch that. Okay, we've got enough straw for 2 there. That's good. How much does that weigh? Oh, nothing. Okay, that's cool. That doesn't weigh me down. That's nice. You hated Free Guy? Turned it off? Somebody else said it was quite good. I think it's someone I saw on Twitter, though. So, I don't know who it was. I don't know whether it was somebody else's tweet or somebody I follow. What have we got? We've got a moose up there. There should be some good hunting around here. I mean, that is my general state of opinion on Hollywood, is that I expect to go into any movie being disappointed. I just do now. And if it's anything better than disappointment, I'm happy. Or actually, it's hard to be disappointed if you're expecting to be disappointed, actually. If you're expecting it to be rubbish, it's hard to be disappointed. So then you get the opposite effect, where you get one that's actually really, really good, and you come out loving it. But I can't remember the last good one I saw, last new good one. I did enjoy, it's going back to Star Wars, but I did enjoy Rogue One, and quite enjoyed Solo, with hindsight. But I can't think. I mean, I'm really trying to think the last time I went to see a movie, something new, and I really liked it. I don't know, I can't think. Mind you, I haven't been to the cinema for 18 months, so. Quiet Place 1 and 2, haven't seen them. I don't recognise the names either. Right, we have one of these. This is really good. So, do you want to... I don't need to change the sign on that or anything. We've got those over the door. That's good. This doesn't immediately help us, other than the fact that it does give us storage. But it'll be quite handy when we have someone... Oh, we have a workbench. What can we craft on there? When we have someone to come and hunt for us. Nothing at the moment, but that's fine. What's on the inventory? Have we got like a load of food and stuff? There's nothing going off. The oat rolls need using fairly quick. Did I eat all the meat? No, I think I put some in the chest, didn't I, in the other place? Let's go and check. So we have the start of our village. So tomorrow, the plan will be to build another one of these small houses, and then go and recruit someone and just set them up as a hunter, and then start building the wood gatherer's hut and everything else, and then slowly recruit people. We have to have more houses, of course, all the time. We have all the roasted meat. I guess I don't need to carry it around with me. Unless I want to go and sell it. I might go and sell it in town. Get some cash. We will need to do that. Alright. But we'll consider that on tomorrow's stream, I think. So let me make sure we've got this game saved. Can we do a new one? F save. Do we name it? I'll just call it Stream 1. And then I'll try and have 2 save files going, I think, in case it... yeah, let's do another one. In case one of them corrupts. No, I have nothing to suggest it will, but this is just a standard thing on PC gaming from years back. Always run 2 save files and alternate them. I didn't see the documentary with Dave Attenborough, Life on Our Planet. That is on at the moment, I think. Kit, what do you think of the James Bond film? Beth's off to see it on Thursday, I think. I know, I didn't like the 2 most recent ones. Oh, I didn't... It's not that I disliked them, I didn't really get a big buzz out of them, so... I'm not jumping for joy over that. He also passed out on Matrix 3. He passed out. Fell asleep, maybe. Skyfall was good. Spectre, not so much. Let's see. The last. I mean, I liked some of the Pierce Brosnan films. I didn't particularly think he was the best Bond. I actually like Timothy Dalton as Bond. A lot of people don't like those movies. There was License to Kill and I can't remember, Living Daylights. But I quite liked them. I thought they were okay. Passed out, only US slang for fell asleep. Well, if you say you passed out in the UK, the general assumption is that you got drunk and passed out, I think, or at least maybe that's the way I would read it. If you said you passed out in a pub, you would generally assume someone was that pissed that they just blacked out. Thought the James Bond film was really good. It tied up the whole series with Daniel Craig. No spoilers, but it is a bit sad. Oh, okay. Basically watched all 5 of the films this weekend. Oh, proper good old binge. That's what you like. Anyway, folks, thanks for hanging out and chatting today and covering all sorts of topics. We've probably alienated half of the audience. And that's what we like to do here, upset people. If you're not upsetting someone, you're doing it wrong, I always say. Anyway, it's been good fun. So we'll be back tomorrow afternoon, and we'll be continuing with this. We're going to expand the village and hopefully get our first villagers to come and live with us and work with us. Should be good fun. So, have a great night, and I will catch you tomorrow. I'll just have a quick look to see if there is anyone worth throwing a raid at. See if anyone's streaming that I know. No, well, there's games, but he's playing World of Tanks, and I'm sure you folks don't want to see that. So, I will catch you tomorrow. Have a great night, and thanks again.